Good morning. Welcome to the Nintendo Direct Recap. I'm Stenman. Thank you for tuning in. We just had a wonderful plethora of games that Nintendo just announced in the Nintendo Direct today. We had a couple games that were announced for my predictions video, with a link in the description below. And many of the games from this Nintendo Direct weren't announced. Let's start off the ones I did not predict. First off, we'll start with two games that they announced will be for next year, which I honestly didn't expect at all. A new Peach game. This looks amazing. She has her hair done up in a ponytail, and she even got the Sailor Moon treatment. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be super cool. We got a Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon re-release, and it looks really nice. I'm excited to hear about next year. Now we'll continue on with games that were announced for the rest of the 2023 year. We had Pokemon DLC showcasing the Teal Mask and Indigo Disc. Teal Mask gave us a Japanese festival vibe with their location, and also new Pokemon, Bezendibity, Okidogi, and Munkidori. And then they showcased that new legendary as well. The Indigo Disc presented a terrarium for many Pokemon to live, thrive, and battle, and had more of a scientific approach and feel. They will release this fall 2023 and winter 2023 respectively. Next up was Sonic Superstars. It will be available to provide local co-op for the first time. Gotta go fast. Then we had a Splatfest update for Splatoon 3. Vanilla, strawberry, and mint chocolate. Personally, I'm gonna go more with the mint chocolate. I just like how the two flavors combined taste. Nintendo announced the Tears of the Kingdom amiibo for Zelda and Ganondorf, and they will also be having a Nintendo Live 2023 event in Seattle, September 1st to September 4th, with live music, much more, take photos with your favorite characters, and also championships for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 3. They also announced a Persona 5 Tactics game, which is a spin-off of the Persona 5 that looks sort of like a Mario Rabbids look-like. Speaking of Mario Rabbids, they just announced some new paid DLC for Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which includes new worlds and new enemies, which will release later today. They also announced HD remake for Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 in the Nintendo eShop. I'm so glad that they're not going to be in Nintendo Service Online. We can actually own them. Next, this was a rather weird one, but they announced WarioWare Move It. This is a game where it depends on the movements of your Joy-Cons. They also announced Dragon Quest Monsters. To me, it kind of looks like a Pokemon fan game called Pokemon Fusion. But the artwork's really good, and the story is excellent. That's going to be a cool one to play. They also announced Penny's Big Breakaway. This comes from the developers of Sonic Superstars. It's a 3D platformer. Love the art style, it looks super playful. We just got an announcement for the re-release of Batman Arkham Trilogy, and wow, those games were so good back then, and they still look phenomenal to this day. Metal Gear Solid Collection, which includes 7 games. Some of the first Metal Gear games, and it comes with a digital soundtrack, digital content, and concept art as well, and much more. That looks like a great collection to buy. Next, we had Just Dance 2024. I'm personally not a fan of what Just Dance is doing right now. They have 40 songs in their game, which is super nice. But if you purchase Just Dance Plus, you can add thousands of songs, which is nice, but it would be better if they just released a free with the game. Next, we have Hot Wheels Unleaded 2. This looks like a super fun game that Hot Wheels is creating. It honestly reminds me of Trackmania and Mario Kart Deluxe. Next up was Star Ocean. It looks like a 2.5D science fantasy RPG. Super fun looking. I love how it looks, and I kind of wish Pokemon did the same with this. Here are some of the smaller but fun looking games. We have Myth Force, which is a Saturday cartoon RPG that reminds me of He-Man. Gloomhaven, which is a board game RPG card game. Silent Hope, an action RPG anime dungeon crawler. Mechanic Maniacs, which is a quick, fun fixing game. It looks very fun and competitive. Vampire Survivors. This looks like the game Road to Canada. It has couch co-op. It's gonna be super exciting. Headbangers Rhythm Royal, a competitive rhythm game where you play as a pigeon. What more can you ask for? And then usually, with Nintendo Directs, they release a couple of farming games. Here are the two that they announced. Palia and Fae Farming. Fae Farming has co-op, which is a nice concept to have. With all of those games I just talked about coming out this year, it would have been an alright year for the Switch, but it would have spelled certain doom for Nintendo Switch's lifespan. Luckily, Nintendo announced games that I had in my predictions video. These games will further the life cycle of the Switch by at least 2 more years. Easy. They announced Detective Pikachu Returns, and wow, it looks amazing. I'm excited to hear what Nintendo has in store for us with that story. Then they announced something that people have been waiting for years now, Super Mario RPG. But it wasn't what I was talking about with the Nintendo Switch Online on the SNES. No, they revamped it with graphics, and they'll be releasing it as an actual game and not part of Nintendo Switch Online. Thank goodness, it looks amazing. Well done. They also talked about Pikmin 4. Essentially, the Direct talked about how to play the game. They also talked about a mini game in order to save lost rescue team members called Dandori. And for the first time, we can actually have night expeditions with Gloom Pikmin. Wow, this looks really amazing. And they gave us a name for the doggo too, Ochi. I'm excited. I want to pet the dog now. And they're gonna have demo releases as well. They announced Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Wave 5 with new characters, Petey Piranha, Wiggler, and Kamek. I did not expect Wiggler to be a player in this game, but here we are. We have Wiggler. He's returned. And Kamek, who has been developed for the Super Mario Kart game, he wasn't released. He's back. He's here. He's actually in the flesh. And Petey Piranha, our boy, ever since Sunshine, he's won our hearts. And now the game that I have been waiting for personally for a long time, and I'm so glad and so happy by the way that they announced it and just the overall gameplay that they showed. We have Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This looks like a wonderful game, pun intended. And this game is honestly everything that I could have dreamed of and more. We got at least 5 confirmed characters: Mario, Luigi, Yellow Toad, Peach, and Daisy. Now the real question is, who are we going to save? The art style is animated, bright, and the movements seem really floaty. It's definitely not like New Super Mario Bros. They showcased so many ideas to think about. They involved an elephant power-up. Maybe we can get a bird power-up. That'd be sweet. And they released a Fuzzy look-alike. You know, the Fuzzies from Yoshi's Island that made the screens all wig-wobbly. Well, they brought something like that into this game too. And it changes aspects of the level. And it brings a different element to this game. And it was just perfect. I'm excited for October. October is going to be the month of games. This is a filled year. We thought we had nothing. Ha! We have a lot. And honestly, as soon as I saw the end of this video, I thought of Nintendo, take my money. I'm ready to just play those games and have fun. But thank you all so much for staying this whole time. If you're excited to play any of these games, like this video and subscribe. In the comments below, write down which game you would want to see me play. I'm excited for 2023. I hope you are too. Have an excellent day.